The explosive new book about President Trump and the White House. It's called Fear, and in it, author Bob Woodward revealing for the first time that the president reportedly took part in a practice drill for a possible interview with the special counsel. Woodward reports his lawyers were so concerned they made their case to Robert Mueller themselves, saying the president should not be questioned. Well, tonight here, the president and his team are now denying what's being reported in this new and explosive book. And you're about to hear the phone call, the audio between the president and the book's author, who tried multiple times to get an interview with the president. Here's our senior White House correspondent, Cecilia Vega.
President Trump once seemed eager to sit down with special counsel Robert Mueller.
Would you be willing to speak under oath to give your version of those events?
100%.
But according to the new book by veteran Washington journalist Bob Woodward, the president's legal team was so worried he would commit perjury, they held a mock interview session. In it, the president reportedly lied, contradicted himself, and ultimately became so frustrated he lashed out at his team, saying, "This thing's a damn hoax. I don't really want to testify." Woodward writes the president's lawyers then sat down with Mueller and described the practice session. He just made something up. That's his nature, lawyer John Dowd reportedly told the special counsel. "I'm not going to sit there and let him look like an idiot." Mueller replies, "John, I understand." And before Dowd quit, he warned the president, quote, "Don't testify. It's either that or an orange jumpsuit." Tonight, Dowd denies any of this happened. But Woodward, who broke the Watergate scandal, says he conducted hundreds of hours of interviews with first-hand witnesses. Woodward also released a recording of a conversation with the president himself.
Hello, Bob. President Trump, how are you?
The president called last month asking why he wasn't interviewed for the book. Woodward says he tried.
I never got a call. I never got a message. Who did you ask about speaking to me?
Well, about 6 people.
Well, they don't tell me.
Senator, I talked to Kellyanne about it 2.5 months ago.
The president conceding he had actually been told about the request.
Who were the senators? No, they never called me about it.
Senator Graham said he had talked to you about talking to me. Now, is that not true?
Senator Graham actually mentioned it quickly on one meeting.
At one point, counselor to the president, Kellyanne Conway, walks in the room.
I'll speak to Kellyanne. I am a little surprised that she wouldn't have told me.
Yeah,
in fact, she just walked in. I'm talking to Bob Woodward. He said that he told you about speaking to me, but you never told me. Why didn't you tell me? I would have been very happy to speak to him.
Conway then gets on the phone herself.
Hi. Remember 2.5 months ago you came over and I laid out, I wanted to talk to the president, and you said you would get back to me?
I do, and I put in the request. But, it was rejected. I can only take it so far. I guess I can bring it right to the president next time.
The president not letting up.
It would have been nice, Bob, if you called for me in my office. I mean, I have a secretary. I have 2-3 secretaries. If you would have called directly, a lot of people are afraid.
In the book called Fear, Woodward paints a picture of top aides ridiculing the boss behind his back. After the president repeatedly questioned the cost of America's large military presence on the Korean Peninsula, Defense Secretary Jim Mattis bluntly told him, "We're doing this in order to prevent World War III. Exasperated, Mattis later told close associates the president, quote, had the understanding of a 5th or 6th grader. Chief of Staff John Kelly once reportedly complained the president is an idiot, saying it's pointless to try to convince him of anything. He's gone off the rails. We're in crazy town. I don't even know why any of us are here. This is the worst job I've ever had." Woodward says others spend their days trying to prevent President Trump from making catastrophic mistakes. Former Chief Economic Advisor Gary Cohn even swiping sensitive papers right off the Oval Office desk to keep the president from seeing them, saying, quote, "Got to protect the country." The president not holding back either, saying of his favorite punching bag, embattled Attorney General Jeff Sessions, "This guy is mentally retarded. He's this dumb Southerner. He couldn't even be a one-person country lawyer down in Alabama." In his phone call with the author, the president already bracing for the backlash to come.
We're going to have a very inaccurate book, and that's too bad.
No,
but I don't blame you entirely.
Be accurate.
All right, okay. Well, accurate is that nobody's ever done a better job than I'm doing as president, that I can tell you.
All right, Cecilia Vega with us live from the White House tonight. And Cecilia, in that audio that you were just playing there, as it continues, we actually heard today that President Trump tells Bob Woodward he has always been fair. We just heard him say, I don't blame you completely for this. And tonight the president, though, is now lashing out at both the author and the new book.
Yeah, David, he's actually now going after Woodward's credibility. And mind you, he is among the most respected journalists in this town. But the White House says this book is nothing more than fabricated stories, and it does not end there. This just in from the chief of staff. He calls it, quote, total BS. And from the defense secretary, this is, quote, a product of someone's rich imagination. But tonight, David, Woodward is standing by his reporting.
Cecilia Vega with us from the White House. Cecilia, thanks as always.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.